This episode of the Nerd Corporation podcast may contain spoilers and explicit language. Listener discretion is advised. We are the Nerd Corporation.
What up, everybody? It's podcast day. My name is Eddie Lyon, and no, Piderman, that's your house.
Wonderful throwback, man.
With me, as always, is Derek Reese.
Staring at my sandals? That's a paddling. Paddling a school canoe? Oh, you better believe that's a paddling.
And Cole Simper.
So, what's up, guys? This one right here, it's only for the boys. So I'm going to need all the women to leave right now. I'll give you 2 seconds to scrub forward, turn it off, whatever. All right, cool. All the women are gone. So you know that point in the shower when you're scrubbing your balls? And I don't know what you guys use, but I use a loofah. And you hit that one specific spot where you're scratching your balls and it feels so fucking good. Almost kind of hurts.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just got to keep. I
just got to keep the scrubbing.
Keep scrubbing.
That scrape? Yeah, bro. I got
There's
you.
nothing sexual about it.
No,
nothing at all.
It's all
it
relief.
just feels so fucking
It's
good.
all relief.
I don't use a loofah. I use my tongue.
Damn.
Taking the Marilyn Manson approach.
We need to get this boy Baldur's Gate like right away so he can be as horny as possible.
Oh, you better
so-
believe that's a paddling.
That's so hard to play that game in front of my girlfriend, bro.
Why not, bro?
She's going to be like, what are you doing with that elf bitch?
Whatever I want.
Dude, so I bought the PS5 version because I want to play with you, not only, but I want Angela also to start playing it too. Because I feel like it's so user friendly that like you can, and it's daunting as fuck at the same time too. I understand.
Yeah.
But it's easy to jump in, and like the game does a good enough job of like explaining how to do things and blah blah blah.
Right.
But she says that the first thing she says is, if I make a character, you're gonna be mad if I fuck any of the dude characters in there. Like, no.
Go for bro.
Well, the thing is like the dude characters, it's kind of funny because the dudes ain't much in this game. There's no like aside from Asterion, the like creepy vampire guy. There's no one really like reeking with sex appeal. I'm also not a female, so I don't really know, what's attractive for a male. In looking at a male. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. I'm like, and I want to save this for when we get into it because I want your full impressions of it,
Right?
Because it is so outside of your wheelhouse in terms of games. Like it is. I feel like I mean I could be.
We'll talk about it more.
Yeah, please.
And we are the Nerd Corporation. Nick Lewis couldn't be with us today. He has the employment mud butt. Welcome to episode 184. Oh yeah, one of them. When you wish upon a Starfield. We're going to be talking a bit of nerd news today, but then we're going to go into an episode of Whatcha Playin. So, without further ado, let's get on with the nerd news. Sad month in wrestling news. We lost Terry Funk.
Yep.
One of the greatest,
He seems to be like an old guard guy.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Him and Ric Flair had some bangers.
Yeah.
Him and Mick Foley.
Yeah, he was out there before WWF was a thing.
So, and how did he die? Just natural?
Natural causes, I believe. Yeah.
How old was he? Do you know?
60 something? Oh, was he 80 something?
I thought.
I really don't know.
I don't know. I forget.
He was up there though.
Okay.
He was up there.
Okay.
And we lost Windham Rotunda, the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Yeah, what the fuck, man?
Yeah,
what the fuck happened?
So he left, and he left with like a serious like illness.
Yeah.
And then he was slated to come back and got COVID. And then the COVID exacerbated a heart condition. He had a heart attack in his sleep.
Well, yeah, and somebody said that he went to take a nap and didn't wear his defibrillator, and there you go.
Damn, that means that shit was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really. this might be a little insensitive, but like almost kind of like seen like this
Yeah.
was like almost kind of bound to happen. I mean, like
Yeah.
if he's like sleeping with a defibrillator and he's got a heart issue,
Right.
And then with all the untold shit that COVID does. But what were you saying?
Terry Funk was 79.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, can you ask for more as
Right?
a professional wrestler? That I feel like you're like 20 years.
Yeah. No, yeah, Hall of Famer.
Extra.
Well, let alone, I mean, this dude was not the retirement kind of dude.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't just retire. Like he still was doing matches like well
Past
past
his
when he
prime.
should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he was a workhorse no matter what. And Terry Funk was probably one of the latest and greatest. Randy Orton came out and did a tribute to him because him and his father, Cowboy Bob Orton, they were pretty big rivals back in the day.
Mm.
So rest in peace to Terry Funk, and a definite rest in peace to Bray Wyatt. I mean,
That is so fucking sad, dude.
dude,
That's like
I had not been so impacted by a wrestler's death since Eddie Guerrero. Like he was definitely a favorite of mine.
Dude.
I mean, even when he was Husky Harris, remember?
Yeah. Oh God.
The tank with a Ferrari engine.
The Sherman tank with a Ferrari engine, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
he was one of the ones that I enjoyed watching when
Yeah.
I was watching
And
a little bit that I did.
Well, because he started in Nexus, right?
Yeah, he was in the Nexus. Like, he was in that group of NXT superstars who
Right.
formed a faction against the WWE. And yeah, no, it was super sad. What also saddens me is the fact that Bo Dallas won't get any more push beyond this, because of that. He was Uncle Howdy.
Yeah, well, and that's what everybody keeps, like, in terms of fans, everyone is, like, begging now that Windham has passed away. Everybody is begging for them to, push Uncle Howdy and sort of form a new stable, a new family, a Wyatt family stable, sort of in honor of Bray. But, I mean...
And that's crazy.
that's not... I mean, we can beg all we want, and that would be wonderful, and everyone would love it, but, like, if WWE doesn't feel like that's going to
Make them any
boost
money.
business, they're
Yeah.
not going to do it. I mean, come on.
It's crazy. 2 of the 5, if you count Randy
Yeah.
Orton for that little bit.
Right.
2 of the 5 Wyatt family members have passed away. One with Brody Lee. I forgot what his name was even in WWE.
Let's see. Shit.
Because there's Luke Harper.
Oh, yeah.
Luke Harper. Yeah. So the former Luke Harper, known as Brody Lee, he passed away. Now it's Bray. Sad day. In other wrestling news, CM Punk gets fired from AEW.
Yeah, let's break it
Yeah.
down, dude.
So CM Punk, when he got there, was always touting about how he wanted to be in an environment that was, quote, drama-free.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And
Because he looks like such a drama-free person.
right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just that age-old thing of if everywhere you go there's drama, guess who's the drama?
Yeah,
Look
like a
and-
common denominator in all of these situations is fucking CM Punk. Yeah, Tony Khan released a statement last week about having to get rid of Punk. He met with like a team of lawyers, and it was like a unanimous decision.
Yeah.
They released him with cause.
Yeah, and so he just a few months back, or more than a few months back, him and the Elite, which were the people like the executive vice presidents of AEW, which is your
Young Bucks,
Kenny Omega, Chris, and all of them. They had like a giant beef that fucking went on forever, and he was gone for like a month or 2. And then he came back, and just this recently at All In, which if you haven't watched All In, fucking go watch All In.
Yeah, I need to.
Fucking that was fucking, there was a hardcore match John Moxley was in, and someone fucking took like fucking skewers and like stuck them onto his head.
Holy shit.
Like they went like this. They were like like hammering him down, and then just kind of like lodged them into his forehead.
Yikes.
And he had them, and they were like kind of like sticking out and shit. And he was just like, "Ugh."
He looks like some sort of fucked up Pokemon.
Yeah, it was like a rabid porcupine. Fucking just
Goodness.
it was wild. Darby Allin does this coffin drop, which is just like a
I saw that. I saw a clip of that.
It's like he just like gets to the top rope and crosses his arms and like jumps back. He did that outside on top of a coffin.
Oh my God.
Like a real
fucked his back up.
Oh my God.
Like you saw his head like whiplash.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, like rumors came out that later. He did an interview and he was just like, "Yeah, my spine's pretty fucked
That
up."
shit fucked me up.
Yeah.
It was a
Damn,
lot. I was
dude.
trying to find the video and like the video is nowhere to be found.
Really? I wonder how I saw it then.
It might have been like in passing or on a reel or something.
Yeah, maybe. It might have been. It must have been a reel.
For the love of the game, bro.
Bro, Darby Allin is one of the wildest fucking
Yeah.
people I've seen in a long time. It's funny because he's little.
Yeah,
Like,
he's so little.
But yeah, so CM Punk and so at All In, I guess CM Punk told Jack Perry not to use real glass when suplexing someone into it or whatever. And so Jack Perry goes out into his match and they're on this like limo and he like points to the limo and goes, "Real glass, cry me a river." And he, does his thing. And so when he went back out, when the match was over and they went over to gorilla position, him and Punk like just got into it. And Perry swung on him and Punk tried to choke him out. And so, yeah, that was pretty much like
Good
it.
Lord.
Jesus.
And it sucks because Punk, without all the drama, is a phenomenal performer.
Yeah.
He is great.
And it's not even that he's always the one perpetrating the drama portion of things. Like with that incident, to me, it sounds like that was way more Perry's fault. And Punk was just trying to do something, like, hey,
maybe
safety's sake, like,
yeah,
but still, like, he has such a reputation for drama that it follows him wherever he goes, and he's never going to get away from it.
right. And then, like, on the other side of that coin, he didn't have to confront Jack Perry at the end. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's true. For sure.
Like,
for sure.
he didn't have to be like
Like,
he didn't have
hey, what the fuck, man?
yeah, like,
Yeah.
fucking get over yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? They were both at fault, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Perry for calling him out in the middle of fucking live television, and then fucking Punk for retaliating at the end.
Yeah, for not being able to let that go.
So, I mean, for me, good riddance, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, the novelty of CM Punk wore off.
He's worn out his welcome.
And he did what he was there to do. You know what I mean? Like, what they put him there for was to bring asses in seats.
And he's still, like, even after being fired, I saw a thing saying that he is still the top merch seller for AEW.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. So, whatever.
Bummer.
Like they're going to lose money, but in the end, like, they've already established themselves enough to be without CM Punk.
Right.
Yeah.
So good luck to Phillip Brooks wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Because he's going to have a hard time finding anywhere else to go to. Because he can't go to Ring of Honor because Tony Khan owns Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
He can't go to New Japan because Tony Khan does business with New Japan. He sure as fuck can't go back to the WWE.
Right.
So.
I mean, I don't know. Weirder things have happened, but it's not not likely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think, like, even once he signed on with AEW, even at that point, half the people, because I mean, at one point he was loved by everyone,
Yeah.
And even at that point, when he was signing with AEW, he'd already lost half of his dedicated, fervent fan base.
Yeah.
And I feel like now he's just lost the rest of them.
Yeah. No, agreed. Sorry for you, Punk, but like that's what you do. You're just going to have to rely on whatever AJ Lee does.
Mm-hmm.
So I do have one idea of what CM Punk could do for a job now.
What's that?
He can go work for Logan Paul.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you been seeing all the shit with Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis on Twitter?
No, dude.
So it's not okay, and it's pretty fucked up, actually. If you look at it from the lens that Logan Paul is a person and he deserves privacy, and so does his fiance.
Right.
Dylan Dennis apparently has like a lot of compromising videos of Logan Paul's fiance.
Oh shit.
And he's fighting Dylan Dennis sometime soon, I think. And it's like the whole, shit talking aspect, but he's like taking it way too far because Logan Paul just, say what you will about Logan Paul. Everyone has a different opinion about him, I feel like.
Right.
But he's done a lot of shady shit in the past and is currently dodging responsibility from a certain crypto scheme that he just pumped and dumped, and like a whole lot of people.
Yeah, I remember.
But he's like Red Dead handed. Like he's like, there's no way out of it. Like you clearly did that shit. And he just like doesn't
acknowledge it.
Well, I'm trying to think of like a prominent celebrity that had some kind of like scandal, and it's like, every time something happens where like they're trying to talk to the public, it's like it's like, oh, what about this? What about that?
Right.
It's always like I don't comment type shit. But no, I was just curious if you knew about the Logan Paul shit.
That's so funny.
He is. I don't know the lines are blurring for me with him on what's real and what's not.
Right. Like this could all be a big publicity stunt.
Well, and it's like, why? This is your future wife.
And
I don't know.
All press is good press,
I guess, but
yeah, I wouldn't want to take it there either. But
did you guys touch on Vince leaving once again?
No, not really. And it's kind of just like, What did he get hemmed up for? I don't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, it's Vince. He'll be back.
You think he'll be back again?
Although, I mean, with the merger, there is a lot of talk right now of like people getting canned.
Yeah.
So there's a lot. Everybody is worried, and there's whispers all over the place about cutbacks and everything.
Damn.
TKO.
Yep.
You never know.
This one's awesome for me. I'm very excited about this. Did you see the new teaser for Our Flag Means Death?
No.
Yeah, so we've got season 2.
Nice.
Coming to Max. I think what date was it? October 5th is when season 2.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, I'm very excited about that.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I do want to get your guys' opinion on the PlayStation Portal. We never really convened on what we thought about this. It's the DualSense cut in half with the
screen in it.
8-inch LCD screen.
That does nothing?
It has no processor. Yeah.
It
literally cannot do anything.
Does nothing. It's a remote play controller.
You're being a little disingenuous. It does do something. Okay.
It's a remote play controller.
What really concerns me is that they did not talk about the battery life at all. They didn't say what size of the battery, the capacity of the battery or anything.
Nothing.
It's like, oh man, that is a huge fucking red flag for anybody that doesn't want to be tethered to the wall. I'm expecting at worst 1 or 2. I mean, it's not really doing anything except for powering a controller. So here's the problem is that the battery that's in the DualSense already is not really that great to begin with.
It's not. And
so when you cut it in half and stick a screen in there that has to power, I don't know, dude. I'm thinking they're going to be toting 3 to 4 hours, but in reality, I think you're looking at 2.5 to 3.
I believe it.
Just because they're also saying that the DualSense retains all of its
capabilities, or
all of its capabilities. It has the haptic triggers, and it has all the rumbling and everything that the DualSense has. This thing has too.
It doesn't mean shit to me if I can't take it out of my house.
So and they're also saying that you can.
Good luck.
You're also going to be stuck to a wall, but you can. And the one thing that kind of it's kind of sad to say this out loud, but the thing that kind of tipped me over to getting it is that you can turn your PlayStation on completely with just this. So if I was to just take this, I'm going to mom's house and I take this, I hook it up to the Wi-Fi, it can turn on my PlayStation. That was kind of like a blind spot for a lot of this remote play shit.
Yeah.
Is because, there's not really a pick up and play aspect to it because you have to have your PlayStation on. So what I would have to do is I'd take my Vita and I'd go to, wherever I'm going, connect to the Wi-Fi and make sure that the PlayStation is still on back at home. You see where I'm going here? You see where this is a pain in the ass?
Right.
But this thing apparently will turn on your PlayStation.
If you're connected
to the Wi-Fi. So the PS5 can be turned on through the internet.
Right. But if I wanted to go like on a long ass road trip or something, I'd have to fucking...
You're doing hotspot.
That's fucking wild.
So, and I don't really know if it's made for that. I think it's made for obviously to take your PlayStation with you when you go, obviously what you're saying. But
right.
I don't know.
It doesn't seem worth it to me.
It's like a 50-50 thing for me, where it's like it has a use case, but like the non-use case is detrimental towards like the overall package. It's like
the bad far outweighs the good.
It's like, it can do this, but there's this, and I feel like for every good thing, there's a bad thing for it. And $200 is an enticing price, though. That's the problem. Is like I feel like that's perfect. That is a perfect sweet spot. I mean, it basically means that you're paying $130 for a screen, essentially. And, I don't know. I'm getting it. I'm getting it.
Yeah, of course you are.
I'm getting it. Of
course you are.
I have a use case for it, so
I don't.
And the backbone is not great for most things. Like, it's good for turn-based shit and stuff that...
Right. That doesn't require much movement.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I like if I were still living in Logan, I'd have a use case for it. But I don't now. And now I don't. I'll come here for podcast and for the kids and shit and for shows. But before, when I would go spend time at my lady partner's house, I would have to lug my whole PlayStation there, but if that were still a case, then I'd probably be like, $200 isn't bad. But even then, shit fucking sucks.
I'll let you know.
Yeah,
I'll let you know how it is.
We should probably touch on Blue Beetle.
Yeah, apparently it's doing really well.
I mean,
not box office wise, but critic wise.
Really?
Yeah, box office wise, it's doing just as bad as a normal DC movie does, which is very, very sad because the ratings for it are so good.
Yeah. Yeah, I really want to see it.
And I'm so sad that I didn't get to end up seeing it when Nick and I had tickets to go.
Yeah, no, I've got major FOMO watching that movie.
Yeah.
Because you know me, I'm a sucker for Latin representation in anything. And especially if it's superheroes, fucking gimme, right? And the fact that George Lopez is in it, and I really want to see that movie.
Know, me too.
To the point where I might just fucking sail the high seas and settle for a cam version,
Yeah. I mean, it's been out for almost 2 weeks now, hasn't it?
About, yeah.
It's probably a decent version out.
It's probably a good web rip out of it. I'll let you know.
Yeah. Also, 'tis the season. Spirit Halloween stores are opening.
Right.
Just to throw that out there.
Go to your local abandoned Kmart. Fucking so funny. It's so funny.
I love that.
I guess the only other piece of news we have is that Starfield's out.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about the reviews and just the actual fucking brain rot that I've been seeing on Twitter about this game.
Tell us about it. I haven't really looked into it since I don't have an Xbox. I have that's a game I have FOMO on too. But
I thought you had a Series S.
No, I had a One and I gave it to one of my kids.
Yeah, idiot.
I'm trying to think in a coherent sentence.
I'm confused on this because I've seen a bunch of people saying how amazing it is, and then I've seen a bunch of people going, it's fucking trash.
So I'm seeing fringe opinions of both on, I'm seeing a lot of oh my God, it's so good, I can't put it down. And I've also seen one guy that I used to watch a lot back in the day, but then he invited this stupid fucking guy on what he was doing, and it I just didn't like him.
Just ruined
And
it.
it was like a personal thing.
Yeah.
I think he's doing better now than he ever was, so good on him. But his name is Angry Joe. I don't know if you ever heard about that. His Angry Joe show on YouTube.
Mm-mm.
Awesome. It was some of the best old style YouTube content. He was saying that it's really unfortunate that the game was touted as this like unlimited freedom, go here, travel here, do the, like a real universe of go there, do that. You can go there and do that type of gameplay, but it's not. It's like fast travel, the game.
Oh.
You discover new things, but
Right.
it's a point that you press X and you go there. There's a cutscene of
Oh,
you leaving
there's no
in
like
your ship.
real space exploration.
So there's like no, there's not. There's space like combat,
Right.
like above, in space, but there's not. There's no like that is. It's
not like No Man's Sky where
No.
you can just travel to another one.
No.
That's stupid.
No, it's it reminds me a lot of Mass Effect. You know how
Oh, okay.
you know how in Mass Effect you would go in and you would like you would mine for resources.
Right.
It's kind of like that. I don't know. It's really weird, and that's kind of how I expected it to go down, cuz if you're wanting that type of game, there's a game like that that's in development right now that's been in development for like almost 15 years and is now in limbo indefinitely because they just can't figure it out. And it's called Star Citizen. You should look it up. It's been wildly funded and it will never come out because it's impossible. It's exactly what Starfield is, but doing what Starfield promised to do.
Right.
This unlimited exploration of space. And it was kind of an unreasonable thing for Bethesda to like say that it was. 'Cause
Right.
it's
Right.
and I feel like that's where a lot of the like hype came from, is like it was like, they wanted to think that it was Fallout 4, 3, New Vegas, but like way expanded.
Right.
And there's also like a couple of other things that like people are ragging about that I'm like, what the fuck ever, get over it. Like the thousands of planets. Like most of them are barren and have nothing to do, and like
It's just a rock in space.
You can build on there. You can build like a base.
Right.
It's Bethesda's base building.
Right. Like the yeah.
So
And that's your house.
you can do that. You can do all of that, but like there's very clearly like locations where things happen and they don't happen outside of that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
everything
Yeah.
else is there, but it's worthless.
The one thing that I can't help but hold it against it is that we're still doing like this fucking weird cam on characters' faces where it's like the camera's like centered on the body as a whole, so it's like any movement. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like in the faces, man.
Like it follows.
Especially after playing Baldur's Gate for like the last whatever, with the facial animations that are just so fucking real.
Which is
It's
funny
weird.
because Baldur's Gate, like when you're talking to the NPCs, reminded me a lot of Fallout 4.
Really?
Yeah.
They're better.
They are definitely better.
Definitely better. But they're still like, they're just miles away in comparison, in my opinion. But, also Larian is a different studio. But I don't know. There's the Xbox review on IGN was written by Dan Stapleton, and he's reviewed all of Bethesda's games. He's been like a Bethesda mark, and he gave it a 7 out of 10, and the internet is going fucking insane over it being a 7. They're saying like there's I saw one guy that's like, it's so sad to see somebody that like you see and they like at one time they had good points and good takes and like seemed like they knew what the fuck they were talking about, just dive into degeneracy and just like just like misinformation and like personal opinion got too like just let it's strange, and Twitter's an awful place that you shouldn't go, but I do see these like opinions, and even to the point where it's like it's this console war shit.
Yeah.
Where they're saying that IGN was like they were favorable on the last couple of Xbox reviews, like Xbox exclusive reviews, just so they could give a negative score to Bethesda. It's unhinged shit.
Weird conspiracy shit.
But it's like console war shit. Dude, the console wars are alive and well. I never thought I would say this.
Yeah.
But it's like the same. It's both sides too.
Yeah.
It's Xbox and PlayStation people are just
Well, yeah,
fucking
because
unhinged.
Xbox sucks. I'm just kidding.
You're right.
We'll fucking say it to your face. We'll fucking say it to your face in cursive. Like, Xbox sucks.
I don't know. There's really Xbox you have no reason to own an Xbox.
Right.
At this point, which really sucks. Like I'm thinking about playing Starfield, but I sure as shit am not buying an Xbox to play it. I'll buy it on PC.
Right. So, well, hopefully things get better.
Well, it's just it's the current internet drama. That's all it is.
Yep.
I do see this game. I'm not seeing a whole lot different, which is the problem for me. I am not seeing a whole lot different between Fallout 4 and Starfield. Personally.
Gotcha.
But I haven't played it yet, so.
Did you just say gotta?
Yeah, I did say gotta. And then I
got it.
Gotta.
I meant to say gotcha and got it together in my brain. And that's gotta.
Gotta.
I missed you guys.
Before we head into What You Playing, if you're on YouTube, please don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit the little bell notification. We want to get into as many nerdy ears as possible, and that's how you do it. If you're not on YouTube even, just go to YouTube, go to the video, hit the like button, subscribe with the little bell on it. Just hook a brother up. Just hook us up.
Hook it up.
We have merch, redbubble.com/nerdcore podcast. Get our specialty logos on all kinds of fun things. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/nerdcore podcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcore podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that's how you do it. So, without further ado, let's get into a segment of
What you playing? What you playing?
What You Playing? For those of you that don't know, we go around the table, talk about the games we're playing, and how we feel about it.
I don't know.
So, cool. What you playing?
Quick and dirty out of the way. I'm playing Armored Core 6.
How's that?
Build them, shoot them down. It's fucking awesome.
Is it
I really don't know how else to explain it. It is scratching a very specific itch in my brain, and it's so fucking cool. Hard.
Is it like those old mech games?
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck yeah,
dude! Like on crack.
I kind of dug those.
It is so cool, dude.
I saw this reel where somebody created a Megazord. They just kind of painted the legs and the arms the way that the Megazord is.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it shit looked dope.
Dude,
awesome.
The level of customization in this game is...
I love that. That's one of my favorite things in any game ever. If you have a level of customization that is super deep.
Oh, you got to play this.
Well, that's why I love Need for Speed Underground 2.
Yeah. Dude, Need for Speed Underground 2 was the best as far as customization goes. I was playing Need for Speed Payback and Need for Speed Heat, and Heat is probably the closest that we'll get to customization as far as Need for Speed 2 Underground 2 goes. But that game is boring as fuck.
Yeah.
Need for Speed Heat is boring. Payback is my favorite Need for Speed title so far.
No shit.
Yeah.
Since, New Age?
Of New Age, yeah.
Okay.
Since, the Underground series.
Yeah.
Hate was great as far as customization, but that story is boring.
Yeah, dude.
That is boring. But anyway.
Armored Core. So apparently it's got like a sneaky good story. Like it's kind of at first it's pretty underwhelming. Like it's not really out of fear I spoil it, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know if anybody gives a shit, but and also it's not why you're going to that game. You're going to that game to build fucking crazy robots.
And fucking
get your
fight
ass
people.
kicked and it's like what can I do you know, to like fix it, and you go back to the shop and you build your robot the whole different way.
Right.
You can sell back your parts to the shop for almost as much as you bought them for.
Oh, that's
so there's
cool.
like almost no penalty whatsoever to like totally trying everything.
That's cool.
And I recommend doing everything because like I went in with a very specific build in mind, and it's completely evolved past anything that I
That's dope.
and yeah, it's fucking rad. I guess I don't really know if I would recommend it for $60. I feel like it's a good price, but if you're just going to do, you know, like an hour or two of robot building every once in a while, maybe wait for a sale.
Okay, cool.
We'll start with Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
I played and platinumed the first game. I bought the re-release for PlayStation 4 and Switch. Heavily compromised port. I do not recommend buying it. I don't recommend buying it for $50. If you could score it for around $20, it's a good price. I would snag it for that.
Yeah, because I was like, after hearing you and Joey talk about it in the last episode, like I was like, oh,
Yeah.
I got a little money. I could probably.
It was
And I saw it was $50. I was like, no, not that much.
such a rewarding revisit, dude. That game is so fucking good. The first Red Dead Redemption is so insanely special.
It is. It is a very special game.
Oh man, that classic Rockstar writing was just on full force, and like the ending actually got me this time, where I was like, damn, this shit fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Like,
And can't you get that on PS Plus now?
no.
No?
Mm-mm.
Red Dead 2.
Okay.
Yes. But no, that just got just dropped. So I can't imagine that being on sale until like Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Where you might get that game for like $10 at Walmart with the purple sticker. You know what I mean? I jumped right into Red Dead Redemption 2. Couldn't fucking wait. I was like, dude, I zoomed past that fucking the undead nightmare.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Deserves all of your time as well. It's excellent. An excellent DLC, sorely missed in Red Dead 2.
Oh,
I'll say
yeah,
that.
absolutely.
Red Dead 2, man, with, you know, the 5 years of you know, living my life and experiencing other things and, you know, different trials and tribulations. This game is so fucking special, dude. It is, and it kind of tells you, like, right out the gate, like, that opening is so fucking special and dark and dreary.
Yeah.
Ominous, and you know what you know from the first game, so it's like, why, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not doing anything special. I am trying to platinum it. I got all of the really shitty trophies like out of the way the first time I played the game, so
Nice.
I'm kind of just like coasting. The only thing that's going to really suck is the multiplayer trophies and the I have to gold 70 missions,
Holy shit.
which is going to be a big old pain in the dick.
That's a big bitch.
But I am loving every minute of it.
Very
It
cool.
is
Very
so
cool.
good, and it runs flawlessly on the PS5. Never dips, even when you're going into town, like Saint Denis and everything.
Hell yeah.
Excellent performance, as it should. As it fucking should.
For more of Cole's impressions of Red Dead 1, please go back to our latest episode, 183, Red Dead Redemption Fire.
Yeah, I almost kind of, I feel too flippy floppy on this. Like my opinion shouldn't matter because I did buy it, and I am telling you not to buy it. But
That's like the best way, though.
it is. And I don't know, like, if the message really gets to anybody in particular, but I don't know. That is, some motherfucker in the back room was like saying, hey, some executive was like, dude, let's charge full price. Let's charge $70 for it. People will buy it.
Fuck, dude.
Let's do it, you know. And thank God somebody had the foresight to lower it a little bit, but
not enough.
Dude, digital only $30 was like a clear path towards this thing being like a mega seller, especially on Switch.
Right.
And I know that's why that $50 comes in too, is the Switch. The Switch which is an excellent port too. If you're looking to play this game and you haven't played it for like, God, a couple of years or whatever, and you only have a Switch, I would have bought the shit already.
Yeah.
Because, it wasn't ever available on any Nintendo console, and it's cool just to have it.
Right.
But the other game that I'm playing is Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know how well I can explain why I love this game, because I don't know what I'm doing 90% of the time.
It is a living, breathing D&D campaign.
It is. 100%. Every single fucking aspect of the D&D game has been transferred over to this game. So,
like straight narration.
Cantrips, fucking everything. All the shit, all the lingo that you know.
Strength, dexterity. Like you
Everything.
roll dice even. Like
everything.
It gives you like strength checks. And so you have to roll a strength check. And dude, when it would do its own perception checks on shit, I was like, holy shit.
Game's always running in the background, which of course all games are doing the same thing.
Right.
But it's kind of cool that it's showing you.
Yeah. Yep.
Derek, you need to play this fucking game, dude. And it being on PS5 is like the perfect portal. Because I was like, could he buy it on his laptop? And I was like, I don't know. It's a beefy bitch of a game.
Yeah, I mean, my laptop's a few years old. And
so please try it. But it's a lengthy, it's a pricey venture just to get it and like see that it doesn't run well. And we learned that with Monster Hunter World.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, no, I can't. I really can't be buying games at the moment. I mean,
I get that.
Just spending $1,000 I don't have on tires.
Yeah.
Oh no, I get it.
Fuck.
Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I've kind of gone into it a little bit on previous podcasts, but just the sheer scope of the game is something to behold, and there are no microtransactions,
none,
no bullshit whatsoever. Nope. There's no compromised PC port. Nope. It seems like the PS5 version runs pretty well. It does dip here and there.
Yeah, it does.
I mean,
every once in a while.
If you look at the fucking game and what it's trying to do, it's insane.
It's forgivable for sure.
I kind of can't help but feel like the bar has been raised a little bit. That's why you saw all that fucking drama about devs coming out and being like, don't expect Baldur's Gate 3 for our next game because we can't like all the excuses came out. We don't have the staff. We don't have the money.
Mm-hmm.
We don't, I don't know. But Larian's not that big of a team.
I was just going to say, I was like, if fucking Larian does, like...
And they're like, another thing is like, they say like they relied on like legacy funding from Wizards of the Coast and D&D and stuff. And it's like, I don't think that's there either, dude.
Yeah.
I really don't think it is. Like, it's just people made a fucking good game.
Yeah.
I don't know. But maybe in a year from now, we'll hear like, whistleblowers come out and say like Larian Studios, like they were whipping us to make, to make right. The game as perfect, to make sure that the mud scene between Lazario and Shadowheart where they're, they're fighting for my love in the mud. That was totally 100% a canon event. It needed to happen. Okay.
I actually saw a thing saying that they're worried that the gaming industry is going to experience strikes.
Yeah, it seems like SAG-AFTRA has got the video game industry on their sites, which I thought was funny because Take-Two was not in the official letter that they put out. Take-Two is not in there. Rockstar, Grand Theft Auto, stuff like that. But EA, Activision, a couple of, the usual suspects are in there.
Right.
But I thought it was very weird that Take-Two is missing out of that list of I don't know. But yes, I did also see that. It seems like the cancer continues.
Yep.
Oh, speaking of
trying to kill everything we love. Well, Cole doesn't like superheroes. But
I just
let's not get into that.
Yeah, let's not get into that.
That'll be a whole other hour.
I don't hate superheroes, okay? Damn.
We didn't talk about Volition shutting down.
Oh,
right.
Sorry, see ya. Bye,
Right.
Felicia.
Right.
This is what fucking happens when
Right.
you completely radicalize and fucking, I was going to say demonize, but it's not. Completely different product. That
Yep.
Saints Row is not the Saints Row that we played on the other games. Like, something very clearly happened, and this is just what happens, is when people speak with their wallets, unfortunately shit like this happens, but I almost kind of can't help but think that there's some further, like, rot in that company where thing like upper management, mismanagement and stuff like that. I think
Right.
the common shit happened to Volition, and honestly, like, the Saints Row games were good and everything, but did they sell very well, like, at all?
I don't think so.
They were like a great on sale game, right?
Yeah, they were. They had their cult following.
Yeah.
and that was about.
I mean, the
it.
first one was hyped, wasn't
Well,
it?
the first one was hot. Like
First one was hot because we were desperate for GTA 4.
Yeah.
And any fucking thing would have filled that GTA 4 hole.
even a dildo sword.
Even a dildo sword. I don't know.
Wait. Brock Lesnar was there?
Yeah,
You could definitely create him in 3.
yeah.
Or could you create a character in 1 and 2?
I don't remember.
Those games were so dumb, dude. I think back to just the dumb, wacky shit that you could do in those games, like the insurance fraud.
Yeah.
Just jump in front of cars.
That game was over the top for sure.
I don't see it as like a huge shock. It's sad for sure, and I hope that most of those devs get eaten up by better teams. Like, I hope they keep doing what they do. But
Better being the
it
operative.
just seems
word.
like this is what happens.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, Volition's in California, and shit kind of compounds. It's expensive as fuck to live there and pay all your employees a fair wage, and why you got the SAG-AFTRA shit in there.
Right.
It makes a lot of sense why a lot of these studios are just shutting down.
Yep.
Because they can't afford it.
Anyway. Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I'm playing.
Cool.
I'm sure you'll hear way more about Baldur's Gate 3 in the future for me.
For sure. Derek, what you playing?
I mean, I've been so fucking busy. Like, lately, all I've been doing is when I have time to play anything, I'll just jump on WoW because it's right there in my
Comfort food.
It's immediate
room at my
access.
desktop.
Yeah.
Like, on my laptop. Like, I just jump right into it. And right now it also has to do with the fact that I'm not doing anything important even when I do get on there. Cause we've got a new, patch coming out on the 9th, I think. Anyway, we've got a new patch coming out soon. And so right now I've sort of done all of the things that I feel a major need to do.
Right.
So for the time being, I'm just going around doing pet battle shit.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm just sort of like when I have time, cool. But my time, like, even when I have time, it tends to be encroached upon by something else.
Right.
So
Yeah, definitely.
I'll just hop on there, do shit,
Play a little and then
and then go and do whatever else
go on with your life.
is begging for my attention.
Okay, cool.
Sex stuff.
Right.
No, it's not. It's not.
Yes, it is.
We know it is.
No, not always.
Cool. Alrighty.
Eddie, what are you playing?
Playing a few things. I'm playing Fallout 3 again.
The good old days.
Having a blast. Like, honestly, every time I play that game, there's always something new I find. There's always something else that like happens, and I'm like, oh, I never saw this before, or
Yeah.
I never knew of this option, and I always play different ways. Like, it's always good karma, but I'm always playing in different ways that either help me or make the game more challenging. Like, I never once in my numerous playthroughs have I ever like done full speech,
Yeah.
put like all my stats into speech, and I did, and it's been a breeze.
You're paying off in dividends.
Oh yeah, like every time I say anything to anyone, they're like, "Yeah, okay, fine," like, and it's been a lot of fun. I'm playing Sea of Stars.
Okay, tell me.
Oh god, that game is so pretty.
So you know the lineage of this game?
I don't.
It's coming from Sabotage Studios. They made The Messenger.
Oh, okay.
I think that was their first game. I could be wrong, but that was the one that obviously skyrocketed them into stardom. And Sea of Stars, man, I remember when I first came across the Kickstarter for Sea of Stars a couple of years ago, and you could back the project and get like a mega super edition and everything like that. And I thought it was kind of cool, but they wanted way too much money. But tell me about it.
I'm not one for turn-based games. Mm-hmm. Like, turn-based games just bore me sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Few exceptions like Final Fantasy VII and Mutant Road to Eden. But this game is something else. Like, it's I can't put my finger on it, but it's something special. I mean, from the soundtrack to the level design. The level design is intricate and fun. Mm-hmm. Like, it never feels as linear as it is. And it's just so much fun. Like, I'm just enjoying myself. Having the enemies are fun and creative. I mean, I can't speak any more good things about Sea of Stars. Like, honestly, this is probably my indie game of the year.
Speaking on the music, the composer, or I think he's just a guest composer. I don't know if he did all of the soundtrack, but it's Yasunori Mitsuda of Chrono Trigger. And
cool.
Chrono Cross and the Xenogears games. One of the best to ever fucking do it, basically. And that's a major anticipated point of this game for me, is I can't wait to hear what Mitsuda's been working on.
It's fucking great. You're going to enjoy it. I promise. You're going to talk about this game. I promise you. I'm also playing Baldur's Gate 3. Super fun. Like I said, it's a living, breathing D&D campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying the shit out of it. I mean, I created my half-orc barbarian. It's just what I always do when I play D&D or any kind of like fantasy game. It's just smashy.
So you, when you say that you put a lot of points into speech and Fallout, I put a lot of points into persuasion in my guy.
Hell yeah.
So I'm just scaring the shit out of everybody.
Hell yeah.
But I'm also a really good liar. So there's this one part where you're tasked with destroying a security camera of types. And I did it, and my guy is also big boy. I went with a boring human fighter, but and also subclass warlock, so I could do a couple of cool spells. But I'm big boy. I swing a big sword. I killed that camera in one shot.
Hell yeah!
And the little it's so funny because in this area it's populated by gnomes. So it's like, the halflings like? Well,
there are halflings and dwarves, and
are they just dwarves? I can't fucking remember what they are, but they're little people, right? And one of the guards was ready, and the narrator's like, "You fucked up. Like you better have some good reason on why you did what you just did." And I've just straight up lied. I was just like, it was the option. It was deception. It's not what it looks like, I promise. And I rolled first roll.
Fuck yeah.
First roll, I got it. No like bonuses or anything. Got that fucking straight up 20 critical success.
Nat 20, baby.
Oh, dude. And I'm like, it's so funny. She's like, okay. Just walks away.
Carry on.
Oh, okay.
I love it. That's the shit that makes me love this. I don't know. And it's not realistic at all, but fuck, man. That's why you play these stupid games.
Dude, this game is great. Like, I was not expecting it.
How far are you?
I just now met that, like, zombie thing where I just killed, like, the goblins and the wolf thing at the gate. I'm still trying to find a
Zevlor?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you didn't side with the goblins. You decided to Oh, that chick is bad too. She's the blue chick. There's like a whole subplot where you can like go with her, kill everyone in that camp, and then basically just go with her.
And I'm gonna do it all. Like I'm gonna fucking do it all.
I'm like, it's the first game where I'm like, damn, I got like 10, 15 hours into this character, and I was like, I can't wait to do this again.
Yeah,
Like it's the same thing with Diablo. Diablo 4, rest in peace. We'll never fucking touch that game again. It's the same thing where I'm like planning out future runs. That's why I bought it on PS5. I'm in it for the long run. This game's dope.
I'm seriously thinking about like replaying after. Like I'm already like, is Tactician really going to be that bad? Like,
oh my god. So what do you think of the difficulty? Because
I'm playing balanced, right?
I am as well.
So I got to the refractory. Where you surprise, like once you come in, you surprise the one dude, and then you go into the other door, and the chick starts running to call all her homies. That battle where the chick calls all her homies, that shit took me like an hour, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because I was like, how the fuck am I going to beat these people? So I ended up like putting my barbarian through that second door.
Yeah.
And just
Did you like split them away from the group? So sick. So in your camp, you can, or in your party, basically, you can split people away and you can have people go around. So like I came across this, it was like an inland fight on the main map, and it was hard as shit. So what I did is after a couple of attempts and getting my ass pounded, I had Asterion like break off from the group because he's really good at in the shadows shit, right?
Right.
He went up and around, on top of them, and kind of, I started the battle with my party down below. But the way that the game opens up and lets you do shit like that. Oh,
yeah,
it's so sick.
It's fucking great. It's an amazing game. It is so fucking good.
Hell yeah.
But I did want to talk about one game, and it's a special game, very near and dear to my heart. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
Let's hear it.
The spiritual successor to Jet Set Radio Future. I am having a fucking blast with this game. It's an upgraded Jet Set Radio. And it's like I said in our chat, this game would be a 10 if you had graffiti customization. Because that was the one thing I loved about Jet Set Radio Future was the fact that you could create your own tags and spray them everywhere.
Weird that it's missing.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, and that's
that was in the other games,
yeah,
right?
oh yeah.
So
oh yeah.
Strange.
Yeah.
I wonder why not.
Yeah.
When it does so well emulating everything else, why?
Yeah, I don't understand
Weird.
where that came from or like why that was a decision at all, but
yeah.
It has everything and more than, you can BMX and you can skateboard. The main character, he's a skateboarder, and then so you find these like checkered squares and you like pop lock on them, and that's how you change characters.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
Nice.
but it's cool. They have like little like in the area, instead of like bombing up, earning rep and challenging people to other things, they also have these like little mini games where you'll see this little like robot essentially with his hand out, and they're like scattered around the city, and you have to get them all in one run.
Okay.
And the cool thing about it is it's just like Jet Set Radio. There's no like balancing to worry about. There's no like, so you can like manual forever until the timer runs out.
Okay.
You can balance on rails as long as you want. Like it's not like as a matter of fact, they encourage you to like lean into corners to earn boosts.
Oh.
Yeah. So like every time you hit a corner, you'll boost. And
ooh. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. And you said that this is. They got the original composer, right?
Yeah, Hideki Naganuma.
Fuck yes.
Yeah.
Fuck yes.
Yeah. So he was the music supervisor for Jet Set Radio Future, and so it's
makes sense.
Electro funk out the ass, dude. Like
fuck yeah.
Just repetitive electro music. Operate, up, operate up for like fucking 3 minutes. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah, dude. That's the shit though.
That's it's just, it's bringing me back to those times, and I remember playing Jet Set Radio not too long ago. Like I got it for Xbox, I think, because it was on the Play Store on Game Pass or whatever. And I was playing it, and I was like, "This is cool, but this game sucks."
Like your boy,
Yeah.
when you were playing San Andreas, like this is it. This sucks. This looks like shit.
Yeah, like I'm having so much fun. Everything's cool, but it runs like fucking molasses.
Yeah, oh,
You know.
yeah.
The story is like a 12-year-old wrote it.
Yeah.
You know, like you start off in a police station and you run into Trice, which is one of your people in your crew, because he's like, you escape the police station. He's like, "That was cool, man. You should belong to my crew. We're the Bomb Rush crew." And our purpose is to tag up everything and go all city. It's just like
Oh my god.
the
Goes hard.
absolute worst writing I've ever fucking seen in my life. Yo, man, I know that DJ so and so is gonna trying to get to stop us. It's crazy though, because like in the very beginning, I'm gonna spoil it too because it's just funny.
Please.
Like right at the end of the police station mission, he's like, "All right, all we got to do is jump over here and we're scot-free." And so like the big bad or whatever, it's like this dude with like a funky mask, and he's got like records sticking out of his arm and shit. Like,
Okay.
he takes one of the records and flings it and decapitates the main character. Yeah, dude. And
Good
so
Lord.
he gets fit with like this red robot
That's right. I saw
fucking
yeah.
head, dude. And it's just it's so, but it's just one of the wildest, like 12-year-old me would have got paid
God.
Yeah.
if I wrote a story like this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, bro.
And 12-year-old you would have been over the fucking moon about
Right,
this story.
right.
Too.
It's just like, yeah, man, DJ, whatever. Let's go all city. Yeah, Bum Rush crew. Like,
This
Like,
sounds so up your alley.
Sounds,
It's so fun.
It sounds to me like. So do you remember on Full House when they would do like episodes where the dads, Danny and then the uncles had to like pretend to be hip or cool with it for one reason or another.
it's like
It's like that. And they wrote a story.
yeah, like
for
that
this game.
that
Like,
person. Yeah, like that person wrote for the game. They like Wikipedia graffiti culture for like a day, and we're
day.
like, I know everything.
Hell yeah, dude.
Very special. If you were a fan of Jet Set Radio Future, please pick up Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It's going to be, and it's only $40.
Yeah. It's an indie game.
Yeah, it's only $40. Well worth every penny so far. Like I said, this game would be a 10 if it had graffiti customization.
The future of art in video games is indie.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Unfortunately.
Oh yes.
Well, I guess I shouldn't say unfortunately, but it's just like it's sad because, and this is a whole other fucking thing to talk about another day. But I'm just amazed with how well indie games have like transformed into being its own thing and standing really tall and strong.
I mean, look at Little Nightmares.
Yeah. Oh, third one coming out.
Yeah. Look at fucking Little Nightmares. Like Little Nightmares is probably the biggest like Cinderella indie game story.
One of them. Yeah.
But yeah. Get Bomb Rush Cyberfunk if you were a fan of Jet Set Radio.
Hell yeah.
You won't miss the graffiti customization too much, but it's definitely missing, and you definitely miss it.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, maybe it's successful enough to get a sequel, and you do get that.
let's hope. It's scratching the Jet Set Radio itch for sure.
Oh yeah.
But that's all I'm playing. So with that, concludes our episode. We hope you enjoyed it. As always, you can follow us on social media.
On Facebook at the Nerd Corporation, a podcast.
On Twitter and Instagram at NerdCorp Podcast.
Or you can shoot us an email at nerdcorppodcast@gmail.com. If you haven't already, subscribe to our new YouTube channel. Just search the Nerd Corporation and look for our green Nerd Corp logo. If you love us and want to support what we do, consider supporting us on Patreon, patreon.com/NerdCorpPodcast. Several tiers of loot to have access to, from stickers and shirts to extra content and bonus episodes. We'd love to thank our Nerd Corporate backers, Glenn the Simp, Fillmore, McLaurin, and Jake Hurst, and our Nerd Financial Investor, Dadlin Gilbert.
Thank you, Dallin. Thank you, Jake. Thank you, Fillmore.
Bort. If you can't make a monthly contribution, consider supporting us on PayPal, paypal.me/nerdcore podcast. We want to have the best loot, give you the best giveaways, and give you the best nerdy experience, and that is the best way to do that. So, from all of us here and not here at the Nerd Corporation, we thank you. We love you. Keep it nerdy, y'all.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye-bye.
Bye.